Hey guys, I figured I'd get away from the book reviews just for a day because it's been a long time since I talked about YouTube poop, and that's not right. Uh, I was going to do another conference presentation that was actually going to be part of a panel, and that was the announcement I talked about forever ago. But the panel kind of fell apart because two people on the panel just couldn't agree with each other, and that was kind of disappointing. But I am going to still be at the conference doing something with role-playing games in the classroom, so I kind of fell into a different project. But anyway, I had a another college student contact me. Her name's Natasha. I'm not going to give away a lot of her information because I don't know whether or not she wants a lot of attention drawn on her at this point. But she contacted me because she was interested in writing about YouTube poops for a project that she was doing. And I wanted to share this with you guys because that's really stinking cool. And this was an undergraduate too, which is really important because most of the people in the graduate school system are too traditional to really engage with the awesomeness that is YouTube poop. After talking with Natasha, I got to thinking a little bit, and I realized some things I wanted to throw out there. Of course, SOPA is staring us down the face, and all this streaming of copyright material, even the nostalgia critic and the angry video game nerd are kind of nervous about what's happening with SOPA. And I've even seen stuff on Renard Queenston's site, very concerned with this stuff. It could hurt a lot of creative entities on the internet, and I think that's a real shame. But at the same time, SOPA could be the beginning of a shift in culture. Think about it like this: Lawrence Lessig tells us that there's a coming shift in the way that people consume their culture. And you see this with net generation people. Net geners, including myself, when I watch TV, I'm much happier watching it with a laptop, posting things online, searching the internet, and actually interacting with it. You guys take it a billion steps in the other direction. You're not just content to even share your experience when you interact with a piece of culture. You guys take pieces of crap like Mario CDI and you turn it into stuff that's actually cool. I mean, think about it. Think about what Mario CDI actually was. Think about what Zelda CDI actually was. The YouTube poops that were created, even the Spadinner stuff, even the looping, I'm just going to be absolutely obnoxious with what I've done, that's taking a piece of culture and modifying it to do something with it rather than just being a passive consumer of what's happening there. For Lessig, that is infinitely better than being a passive consumer of anything. Now, think for a minute about what SOPA could do. If SOPA passes and people aren't allowed to remix or stream original copyrighted material, what's their next option? And I hate to look like I'm patting myself on the back here because trust me, in the grand scheme of things, I do not matter. I am just a drop in the bucket that is the grandiose wonderfulness that is YouTube poo. But I'm an idiot. I am not worthy of any views at all. I'm just a dude talking into a microphone on a video screen. The world would not have stopped turning if I hadn't have been doing this stuff. You guys generated all the power because you did the remixes and you shared and you were the channel that magnified the useless crap that I had to say. What you could see is a new type of media consumption paradigm where the copyrighted material becomes less favorable because it's had the remix capability taken away from it. You see? Now, I don't think culture's ready for this yet because the people who do YouTube poops, the people who do remixes, are so far ahead of the idiots that just sit there and watch a piece of media and just go, you guys take that same piece of work and you create something with it. That's pretty stankin' awesome, isn't it? I mean, the fact that you don't let it sit there. You're not a passive person in this process. You think, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to make it funny. I'm going to make it poignant. SOPA could kickstart that process by taking more of an emphasis onto the independent creators of media because I like it when you guys remix me. I have no problem with it. I'm sure Renard thinks it's kind of cool when you do a remix of his work, give him credit, and a whole bunch of new consumers come to his website, know who he is, and therefore channel more popularity back onto him. YouTube Poop is the guardians of new culture, the creators of new culture. Whereas before, it took some exec on the top of a really tall skyscraper saying, Justin Bieber, we must make him a god. His power could soon be taken away from him because the power of the group, the power of the individual creators, the ones who actually make new culture, could have more of a telescopic effect. In all reality, YouTube Poop could be a proto form of the new media consumption paradigm. And in that case, you guys might not just be artists. You might be the exoskeleton of the new media world. And it's funny because the more I think about this stuff, the more I think, man, they rock. I mean, isn't it kind of nice that we live in a world where an art form that has been built around annoying the crap out of people and fart jokes and spadinner could theoretically have this grand destiny? And you've heard me talk about grand destiny before. I know it's hard to think of YouTube Poop in that context, and a lot of you are out there still saying, this is just a stupid art form that I do. Not even an art form. This is a stupid thing that I do because I just like to annoy people. Too bad. You rock. There's nothing you can do to stop the heavy metal nature of your rockage. You will always be on top of a lone mountain somewhere with your axe, peeling out absolutely amazing notes into the sky, lightning bolts of sheer heavy metal awesomeness, dragons rising out of the ground, just screaming their praise to you. And you're like, I'm not cool at all. No, that's a t-shirt. Anyway, I've had too much caffeine this morning, but I want to thank Natasha for kind of actually bringing me back to this mode of thinking and kind of reminding me, yeah, hey, YouTube Poop is still there, and it's still pretty much the coolest thing on the planet.